it's Lindsay at the blog Repurpose and Upcycle, and today I want to show you how to give a piece of wood or a piece of furniture a light weathered wood look with dark wax. Now I'm using, it's going to be an entryway bench, and what I've done is I've painted one layer of white chalk paint, and now I'm going to show you how to use dark wax to go over it to give it that weathered, worn look. Now the first thing I've done is, like I've said, I put one layer of white chalk paint. You can do two. This piece that I'm working on now, the one layer, it looks very blotchy, but I kind of wanted it to look that way. I didn't want it to look super smooth because I feel like that added to the weathered look. So after my one layer of white chalk paint, I'm going to show you how to use the dark wax to give it a more weathered look. So for this little project, you're going to need a few supplies. I have gloves, a round brush. Now you can use a lint-free cloth, but I have more luck with a round brush, and I'll show you in just a minute. You can either get clear wax, or I'm using a chalk acrylic. Either one works. And then of course you're going to need your dark wax. I'm using the Annie Sloan dark wax. It's one of my favorites. Get a lint-free cloth, and now we're ready to roll. Put your gloves on. This can be kind of messy. Now, before you start using white wax, my suggestion is always to dip it in a little bit of clear wax or clear acrylic, the chalk acrylic, because if you don't, this stuff goes on really dark. So after you've gotten the tip of your brush with a little clear wax or clear chalk acrylic, now you can use a little dark wax. And a little bit goes a long way. So after you've dipped it in your dark wax, go ahead and brush it on something to kind of smooth it out. And now we're ready to go. Brush it on with long brush strokes, because you will see your brush strokes. Blend it. You're going to keep brushing. You see how this part is a lot darker than the other? I'm going to show you how to blend that in just a minute. So get one coat of dark wax. Okay. And now here's the really important part. Get a lint-free rag and your clear wax or your clear chalk acrylic. Dip it in your rag, and now we're going to blend it. This, in my opinion, is the most important part. I'm going to be honest, a lot of people think this technique makes the wood or the piece of furniture look dirty. I kind of have to agree with that in some ways, but that's where the blending is so important, because it kind of evens it out and doesn't make it look as dirty. And really a lot of it is your personal preference. Some people like this aged, worn, dirty look more than others. If it's done right, it shouldn't look dirty, because you want it to look smooth and a little more even. And when it's blotchy, that's when it tends to look a little more dirty. So just take your time and blend it well. And also work in sections, because the dry wax dries really fast. So you really need to work in sections. So you put your dry wax on, and then you take your clear wax and you blend it. And if there's an area that looks a little darker than another, just use a little more clear wax on that area and work it really well and blend it. And try to go in the same direction. It'll make it look a little more like wood, like a wood grain. Okay, I'll give you a little more of a closer look. You can see here, it's a little bit lighter than here, so I'm gonna go with a little more of the light acrylic or the chalk acrylic. I'm gonna blend it a little better. Okay. And the more you go over it, the lighter it'll become. And just blend it as much as you want. And right like that, I think I'm happy with it now. Okay. I love how you can see the different colors, and it makes it look almost like real wood grain. I'm going to do the entire piece and I'll let you see when it's done. Hey guys, it's done, and I just wanted to show you real quick. I love the detail. And these are just wooden crates that I bought, and they fit perfectly. I'm going to show you a little more of the weathered wood. See the detail? And that's it, guys. What do you think?